Hello, welcome back to Planet 40k. In today's bite-sized review, we're going to be talking about the Ghost Arc. We're going to be going through all the things we like, some synergy, and then we're going to be giving it a Planet 40k rating at the end of the video. So guys, if you've yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so below. Hit that subscribe button and also check out the membership area if you haven't already. So, the Ghost Arc. £35 in the UK, $60 in the USA. It's one of our dedicated transport options. In fact, it's the only dedicated transport option that we've got because the Night Scythe is actually a flyer. It's going to be costing us 130 points, which is actually identical to 10 Necron warriors. Now, not so long ago, they actually updated the rules for dedicated transports, so you now have to start the game with models inside the actual transports themselves. Even if they're in strategic reserves, they need to have models within them. If they're not, then they are destroyed. So that slightly restricts us. And we don't have that many options in terms of putting models in. You've either got the Necron warriors, only up to 10 of them, or one of the character models that are infantry models, they can also go in. But you can't put 10 Necron warriors as well as a character model in. That kind of sucks, but let's get on with it. So of course it's a vehicle model, that means it's going to have the core keyword. It's got the quantum shielding ability, and it can fly. Lovely. It's going to be moving 12 inches with that fly keyword. But the main thing I really like here is the fact that it's got 14 wounds. Quite a chunky amount of wounds, with toughness 6 and a 3+ armor save makes it quite resilient. Now to boost this even further, of course it's got the quantum shield ability, so you can't wound it on less than a 4+, and the 5+ invulnerable save on top of that, so yeah, makes it really survivable. Now the main ability that this thing has is the repair barge. Now you can only use this on Necron warriors, but that's okay. You're going to be bringing back D3 of those Necron warriors that have been lost, and you're going to be doing this in your command phase. And you don't need to roll your reanimation protocols rolls, they do just simply reanimate. So as for the weapons, it's going to have 2 Ghost Flare arrays. Each one is 24-inch range, rapid fire 5, so at 12-inch range that's going to be 20 shots. Because of course you've got 2 Ghost Flare arrays, one on each side. They are strength 4, -1 AP and 1 damage. They're very identical to the Ghost Flares that the Necron warriors actually take. So not too bad against toughness 3 factions, because you're wounded on a 3+. Even toughness 4 factions, I guess, although the -1 AP goes down to 0 AP, armor of contempt and all that. And only 1 damage, yeah, it could be better, but it is what it is. Now stratagems of note that you can be using with the Ghost Arc. Curse of the Fair One, of course, if you do explode, rather than rolling for it and trying to get a 6, you just automatically explode. You're going to be causing D3 mortal wounds to all models within 6 inches. Other stratagems of note, Stellar Alignment Protocol, so you're going to be using your top bracket, so you're going to be hitting on 3s, and you've got the best movement as well. But the best one I think is the Quantum Deflection ability. It takes your Quantum Shield invuln save from a 5+ down to a 4+, so you've got half a chance of actually shrugging off any wounds on your model. And the last one, which is the Reconstitution Protocols, again 1 command point. When you're using your Repair Barge ability to be bringing back D3 warriors, you instead can use this ability to be bringing back D6. Now okay, you still may roll a 1, 2 or 3, but you do have a chance of course, rolling more than that. Synergy wise, let's start with the dynasties. The Mephit dynasty, of course, adding 3 inches to the range of those Ghost Flare arrays, making them 27 inches, so that the rapid fire range is also increased as well. In fact, speaking of rapid fire, the Sortek dynasty is probably the king of rapid fire. The rapid fire range does increase from 12 inches right up to 18-inch range, if you wanted to go with the Sortek. But the best one for me is the Nihilak dynasty. This is probably the best model, in fact, for the Nihilak dynasty other than the Canoptic Scarabs. What you're going to be doing with this model is using it as a battering ram. Not so much for a repair barge transport kind of thing, it's just a battering ram. It's got quantum shielding, it's going to be surviving quite a lot of the game. But with objectives secured on top of that, and the speed that it's got on top of that as well, you just throw it into your opponent's backlines, hold on to an objective, and it's going to be tanking virtually everything they've got. That's going to really help you with the Treasures of Aeons, and oddly it's also going to help with the Ancient Machinery's action, because it is a core unit. Now while we're on the subject of taking objectives and things, don't be afraid to charge with this model. It's really good at tying up models, especially shooty models. There's nothing better than charging a unit of Devastators with the las cannons, for example. It literally prevents them from firing, because they can't fire into combat, whereas the Ghost Arc can fire back. It's a vehicle. Now if you are going to go custom with your Ghost Arcs, Isolationist is an option. We'll make those Ghost Flare arrays go from strength 4 to strength 5 while you're firing within 12-inch range. And in fact you can combine that with the Eternal Conquerors, so that you're also having objectives secured at the same time. I think that's a pretty decent combination from the custom codes there. This model of course is going to work best when you've got lots and lots of warriors within your list. Bringing warriors back is pretty good, and they're indirectly synergizing with the Technomancer on top of that, because the Technomancer virtually has the same ability, bringing back D3 warriors every turn, but they are completely different abilities, so they will stack together. Then to add to this combination, you bring the Resurrection Orb on your Overlord models, You can bring a Canoptic Reanimator for that 4+ reanimation protocols rolls. You can literally make your warriors almost indestructible. Don't forget, if you wanted to actually heal the Ghost Ark, you can get the Canoptic Spiders with their Fabricator Claw Array to do that with D3 wounds as well. And then take a unit of Canoptic Scarabs to actually shield your Ghost Ark, because those Canoptic Spiders can be bringing some of those back as well. So really with the Ghost Ark, there's lots of models coming back, kind of what Necrons are all about. So a lot of people aren't that keen on the Ghost Ark, but I think they're brilliant. What I would do is start the game with a Technomancer embarked in the Ghost Ark, because I like to play my warriors in units of 20. Get your Technomancer out in turn 1, and then just use it as an objective secured battering ram. 130 points for 14 wounds, quantum shielding, has the identical firepower as a 10-man Necron warrior unit, which is actually also 130 points as well. It's just a shame that it's a pain in the arse to actually build it. But let's get on to the Planet 40k rating today for the Ghost Ark. I'm going to be going with a Planet 40k rating of 4 stars.